Hey guys, it has been a day. It's been a long day, actually. I got home from work a few hours ago, my 10-hour shift, and I'm gonna be honest, first day back on, it's exhausting. You really kind of get back into that flow a little bit, but you know, it's tough getting back into it because you realize that you're gonna be working another 2 weeks, 10-hour shifts, and I guess that's just the way of life. We all gotta make a living somehow. And this was the path that I decided to choose. So, it really does all follow me. But there is a good reason for what I do. There's a good reason for why I am working up here and why I live up here. And, you know, this money is going to benefit me and it's going to help me along my journey because there's a lot of things that I want to have. There's a lot of things that I want to do, and there's a certain type of person that I'm trying to be, and it all starts here. It starts here, even though sometimes it feels like hell. Sometimes I don't actually want to be up here. Sometimes I wake up and I don't even want to work. I want to call in sick, but I go anyways because money and because I'm trying to instill in myself that mindset. I'm trying to, really become a better person. And I can't run away from my problems and become a better person at the same time. You got to face your problems to become a better person. And the sooner you realize it, the better your life gets and the quicker you could actually make changes in your life that benefit you in the long run. And I have been making so many changes lately. I have been working on so many things. I have been trying to cut out so many bad habits of mine, and I've had success and I've had failures, but I still strive towards that because at the end of the day that is really going to help me, and it's really going to push my life in the direction that I want to go. And it's just something you got to do, right? You just got to figure out in your own life what is keeping you from moving forward, what is holding you back, and what is actually going to benefit you. And sometimes there are a little bit of both in your life, and you just got to differentiate between the two and pick what resonates and let go of the rest. And it is freeing. It frees up a lot of energy, and it really just helps you move with your day and with a better attitude, a more positive mindset on life. And also just, it helps you cut out all the bullshit. BS. Sorry about my language. It helps you cut out all the BS because, you know, there's a lot of things that we do that we don't have to do, or a lot of things we do that, we don't realize like is actually harming us in the long run. And if you could have that level of self-awareness and understanding that, you know, there might be things in your life that you could improve, then you can actually improve. It takes that level of self-awareness, and until you develop that level of self-awareness, you're going to be probably living the same life, going through the same cycle that you've been going on because like the life that you are currently living is your pattern. It is the life you have been living. And, when you start implementing changes into your life, it kind of goes against that. And, your brain doesn't really like that. It likes the comfortability. And when you're really stepping out of your comfort zone, it makes things difficult. And that's what I have been doing the past month is been stepping out of my comfort zone a lot. I mean, even the past few months, and it's been painful. And some days I feel like I'm going through hell. Some days up here, it feels like hell because I am not where I want to be, but I need to be here right now. And I had to come to terms with that. I had to come to terms with the tough stuff, the tough shit. Sorry, pardon my language again, but I'm just trying to be as authentically me as possible. And sometimes I swear. So if you don't resonate with that, I'm sorry, but you could go. Anyways, I've been going through so much shit and I'm trying to see the light in it. And this is a part of that light. Me creating content, me working on, you know, myself and just working on my dreams. Like it fills me with so much happiness and so much peace because, when I wasn't doing this even a week ago, I was in so much pain internally. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't have a direction, and that hurt the most because I always knew that this was something I enjoyed, and I brushed that off. I pushed it to the side. I pushed all my content creation to the side because I believed I couldn't succeed. And if you ever get to that point, where you've literally cut off a part of your happiness, a part of yourself because you're afraid, it will destroy you and it will eat you from the inside out. And it was starting to kill me, if I'm being honest. Like, I was depressed a little bit, not a lot because, you know, I've kind of learned to step out of that unhealthy mindset. And I've been really working on myself a lot. So it didn't hit me as much, but it still hit me. And some days were harder than others. And some days I didn't even want to get out of bed. And if I'm being honest, I even resorted to, more drug use, aka cannabis. I think we could talk about that on here. And it was tough because I resorted to that because I was lost. I felt lost. And I'm not trying to slander it at all. I think its use case is okay in moderate use and in certain scenarios and stuff, but I was using it a little too much. And my life was kind of going downhill a little bit on a decline. I was still pushing through it and I was still trying my best to stay afloat, but it was tough. And when I finally made that decision after talking to my mom and all that to get back into this and to really go hard and really just focus on the thing that could actually benefit me the most, the right vehicle, aka YouTube, then I instilled in me a new sense of, hope in my life that things can change if I change. And at the end of the day, things can't change if you can't change. And once you realize that nobody is coming to save you, you can make changes in your life that can lead to that life that you want. It isn't as simple as it sounds. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of effort. You might fail a few times. You might, make mistakes. But if you can still grow and learn and get better, you're going to get better and your life is going to get better because of that. And I guess with that, that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about. The challenges I've been facing lately. And, I guess with that being said, thanks for watching.